My name is Rita Milkey, and I worked with Dan at Centerville National Bank for 34 years.
Well, I'm Stuart Bounds, and I'm not sure when he became the president of Centerville National Bank, but it was in that context that I met Dan.
Okay, my name is Dick Phillips. I've known Dan for approximately 33 years, and he joined the Rotary Club, so we've worked together ever since.
My name's Gary Fellows. I've known Dan for probably 40 years of most of his life.
My name's Nora Lucas, and I am the baby sister of Dan.
Well, he's a very generous person. He can be very passionate in a quiet sort of a way.
He has leadership qualities. He's a good organizer. He's also compassionate. So many people that are in that position don't really have a heart sometimes, but he does.
He's genuine, he's a hard worker, and he's a godly man.
A mentor, very constant, very punctual, straightforward reply.
Loyal. He's probably one of the most loyal people I know, and certainly one of the men of the highest integrity that I've ever seen. And then I guess really down to earth.
He was smart enough to know that it takes a team to work, and he was also smart enough to hire good people behind him that help, make that team work.
Oh, I think that's relatively simple. Dan's a people person. He always looks out for the person that he's trying to help.
But also, as I said, his ability to just kind of get down in the weeds, as he would call it, and genuinely he cares about people and what they do and what's important to them. Not just himself, but what's for those around him.
He had impacts on the whole community in a lot of different ways.
When he made a commitment to either as a member of an organization or the Alumni Association here at the college or out in the community as a volunteer, he would make it happen and it'd be very successful. He managed to accomplish a great deal in a very quiet sort of a way, and I think that's what people really liked about him.
I went to him one day many years ago and wanted to go back to college. And he supported me, and he knew I could do it, and he was right there for me in every step of the way. He's responsible for me getting both my bachelor's and eventually my MBA.
What else do you want to tell us about Dan?
He likes a motorcycle. I was so surprised. I was in New York one day, and he rode up on his bike, and so I think he's enjoyed that. And he loves golf.
I've had the pleasure of several outings with Dan and several trips, and they've all been wonderful, and I can say he's beaten me, which I don't enjoy a great deal, but he loves immensely. So that's why we continue to enjoy each other's company on the golf course. Yeah.
When I was in middle school and high school, I was absolutely terrible in math. After working a full-time job, having a home, wife, 2 kids, he would take a night of his spare time and tutor me to help me get through. He just did it and never even questioned something I've never, ever forgotten. He would always be like, I've never seen anybody who could get to middle school or high school and can't multiply, but I really can't thank him enough, and I still can't multiply.
Dan's an avid reader, and he is missing one very important book in his collection. So if anybody has a connection to the first edition of a Patricia Cornwell novel called Post-Mortem, surprise him.
Anything. You can talk to him about anything, and you're going to go away with something that you didn't know when the conversation started.
I remember when we were very early when I wanted to learn accounting, and amortization and accretion were just baffling me. And Dan reached down in his bottom desk drawer and pulled out a bag of jelly beans, and he said, Reet, we've got black jelly beans and we've got red jelly beans. You got that? Over the years, we always kind of used that term between us when either one of us was confused. We've got red jelly beans and we got black jelly beans. You got that?
Dan's a great guy. It's been a privilege for myself and my family and my wife to know Dan and Sandy, and always look forward to spending time with him, and I hope it continues. And Dan, for you, this is a great honor, and I'm certainly glad and privileged to be part of it, and thank you.